The jury in the trial of James Whitey Bulger is starting its second day of deliberations today.
Bulger, charged with taking part in 19 murders. Our Justin Michaels is live outside the Moakley Federal Courthouse. This jury of 12 is now deliberating, just started moments ago. And again, we're just on verdict watch at this point.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Eric. This is the first full day of deliberations, but before this came 35 full days of testimony from 72 different witnesses. So this jury of 12 has their hands full with information as they decide the fate of James Whitey Bulger. Just after 8 o'clock this morning, James Whitey Bulger arrived at court under heavy security, lights and sirens included. Today is the first full day of jury deliberations. The 8 men and 4 women have a daunting task of going through 32 counts individually. Bulger faces life in prison plus 30 years. The 83-year-old accused mobster is charged in a 32-count racketeering indictment and for participating in 19 murders during the 1970s and 80s while he was the leader of the Winter Hill Gang in South Boston. The jury deliberated for 6 hours Tuesday as they start the process of going through 2 months of information where the prosecution portrayed Bulger as a hands-on crime boss who killed people himself, while Bulger's lawyers tried to paint the prosecution as desperate, offering drastically reduced prison terms for 3 former Bulger cohorts in exchange for them testifying against Bulger.
Could be a very quick verdict. The evidence in some ways is overwhelming. Mr. Bulger hasn't disputed some of the charges. It's much more related to a few of the charges that his defense has been particularly strong on.
And aside from James Whitey Bulger himself, there's a small group of people who want to know exactly how this is going to turn out more than anyone else, the alleged victims' families. One of them, Steve Davis, appeared on the morning show today, and verdict aside, he has a few things he'd like to say to Whitey Bulger.
I'd have to call him a low-life rat. I wouldn't even know what else to say to him. I don't, myself personally, I don't conversate with rats and farmers.
So the deliberations did start again this morning at 9 o'clock. If no verdict is handed down today, Bridget, this will go through 4:30 today and then start all over again tomorrow. As far as sentencing, we understand it could take as many as 6 to 7 weeks before sentencing happens, but the judge could push that forward a little bit. Back into you.
That is Justin Michaels live outside the Moakley Federal Courthouse. And stay with NECN, NECN.com. Latest on the Bulger trial. When there is a verdict, we'll bring it to you live.